Live. KDAY, it's your girl Cece the Mamacita. Super excited. I'm going to go ahead and just call it. We have this legend in the studio from Bone Thugs-n-Harmony. I'm talking about Layzie Bone.
Yeah, what's happening?
Oh, man, I just love the fact that you're here.
Oh,
we play you so much, and I'm going to tell you right now, you probably have the most requested song on the first of the month.
Oh,
Every first of the month, my phone line rings and they're like, "Can we have Bone Thugs-n-Harmony, Bone Thugs-n-Harmony first of the month?" I'm like, dang, every first of the month, you get the most requested songs.
That's that anthem, man. You know, we come from them food stamps, not the EBT, the real food stamps. You know
the ones you had to tear out? You remember that from the book?
You know, the brown 5s, the green 10s, the purple 20s, you know.
I come from that too. Don't worry about that.
Days,
exactly. But you're here because you actually have a new album out, right?
Yes, I have a new album. You know, I'm relaunching my company, Harmony House Entertainment / Mo Thug. I got a bunch of things. I got a lot to talk about.
Well, that's good. Now, let's talk about your new album. It's called Perfect Timing, and I feel like the title itself is perfect in itself.
Perfect
Why
Timing.
did you decide to call your album Perfect Timing?
Well, I mean, I decided to call it Perfect Timing because, like me, myself, personally, I move on instinct. You know, I move in God's speed. I believe everything is supposed to happen when it's supposed to happen, not a believer in coincidence or anything like that. So I've been working on this album for about 2 or 3 years now. You know, I got hundreds of songs, and I felt like I'm going to drop it, not when I'm ready, but when I get that call and when the Lord tapped me on my shoulder, like when we got on that bus November 23rd, 1993,
Yes.
and came out here blindly. So I said, perfect timing. You know, whenever I get that feeling, when I get that gut feeling, that's when it's going to drop.
Okay, so I'm going to be nosy right now. Where were you at when you got that gut feeling where you're like, it's perfect timing? Were you in the studio? Were you at home when it came to you?
Well, yeah, I was in the studio. I was having a studio session with my wife, my kids, Big Sloan, Rocky Rock, the Deacon, Meninsky, and, you know, I was just listening to all my music. And the quality of it, when I played it all together, it just touched me, and my stomach had the butterfly feeling. When I catch them butterflies, I know it's on.
That's instinct.
It's instinct. Yeah.
So you mentioned your wife and you mentioned your kids, and it's kind of crazy because you're actually working with your wife and kids, and your wife has a single out as well, correct?
Yeah, my wife got a single. It's called. First of all, let me mention that her company is called Chosen Empire. And we partner up to do the kids together. But her single is called Ride For You. And yeah, you know, for who don't know, Felicia is my wife. She sung It's All Good. You know, she sung on Ghetto Cowboy. She did Can't Give It Up on. She did so many songs.
She's been in this industry.
Yeah.
She's
the
been
whole
doing
time.
yes.
The whole time on the Mo Thug projects, the Bone Thug projects. She do a lot of my harmonies. You know what I'm saying? So we a family-orientated business right now.
So, but she's always like, you know, sang and she sang on the background, but now she's coming in the forefront with her new single. So let me ask you, as her husband in the music industry, how does that, were you a little leery about it? Because, you know, this industry's crazy, or were you all gung-ho and like, I'm supporting you 100%?
I mean, I always been gung-ho. You know what I mean? Her time would have been here a long time ago, but by us having kids, you know what I mean? She stayed home, raised the kids very, very well. You know what I mean? And she's an incredible writer. She absolutely drop dead gorgeous. You know what I mean?
That's right. She's your queen, honey.
Got that, you know, that
Yes.
tat on, you know. But yeah, she deserved it, man. You know, I always supported her. But now it's time for her to step out there, and by us being independent, we can call our own shots and do it how we want to do it. So, you know, we team up with the kids. She do her thing, I do mine. We also got a duo album, but that's coming later. So we're working.
And so you guys teamed up with the kids, and the kids, their group is called The Crew.
Yeah, which is our youngest 3 kids. It's called The Crew, pronounced The Crew.
Right.
You know what I mean? So yeah, they got a mixtape coming out called The Crew Thing, and that's the name of the single. It's actually a remake of one of Chris Brown's songs. So my kids sing, rap, dance, play instruments, the whole nine. You know what I mean? They get it from their mama and their daddy.
That's right. but let me ask you, when they first started it, what made you guys decide, like, okay, Felicia, we're going to get together and we're actually going to form this group with our kids. Like, when was that pivotal moment? When did it happen?
I mean, well, really, my youngest one came out rapping. Our youngest son came out rapping. They all gravitated towards the music. You know, it wasn't nothing that we planned or forced them to do. It's something that my kids always done. Just listening to our music, you know, and then when they were born, you know, Bone had already hit that pivotal point with the crossroads, so they wasn't even alive yet. So my kids went back and researched Bone, and they got into Bone on their own.
Are you serious?
You know what I mean? So, yeah.
That is such a cool story. So your kids were like, hold on, my dad's from Bone Thugs and Harmony. Let me go ahead and research this.
They researched it, sung the song, heard the songs and was singing them out throughout the house, especially Stevan, because he's the rapper. You know, and Stevie and Trinity are more singers, but they all do it all. But, you know, the rapper, he really just digged into it, and, you know, it touched me, man. It was like for him to go back and like our music more than what he was liking on the radio.
That was a proud moment, right?
Yeah, like, man, we did something. The kids is going back, you know.
Yes.
So, yeah, it's love, man. My kids are super talented.
But you know what? I think, too, that one, it stems from you and Felicia, but also as well the fact that the kids are going back and they're going back to that music. I always feel like good music always comes back in a circle. It's in a full circle. So the fact now that they're researching it and they're like, man, you're like, yo, your daddy was really cool. I really did travel the world.
Right. You know, and that's one of the pros about the internet, you know what I mean? Because the kids can go search anything. They can listen to it for free. And that just, all that do is keep us forever young. So
I've always wondered, like, as for your kids, like, do they trip out on when you go places and you guys receive so much love, especially from Latinos too. Latinos love you guys, like right off top, right? But when you guys are going places, like, you just gravitate. People are like, oh my God, Bone Thugs, Bone Thugs. Do your kids trip out like, this is my dad, but these people like really love him?
I mean, for a while, you know, they was kind of annoyed by it because they felt like, you know, their attention was being grabbed off them. But now, you know, when people ask for pictures, they either take the picture, they'll jump in the picture and throw up the peace sign.
Oh, that's dope.
You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, they want this just like I did when I was young. So it's really cool to, like, see, you know.
Right. Now, my next question to you is, okay, so you've got the album and your new single is called I Made It.
I Made It.
Yes, and I want to ask you, do you have any features on this album?
I do have features on this album. I got my nephew Dizzy Wright. It's quite a few features that I don't want to really bring up. I'm going to say that my Bone Brothers is on there, you know, because I'm still in the process of picking from almost 200 songs.
Oh, wow.
You know what I mean? So I got a lot of love from all my peers, you know what I mean?
Is it hard to kind of pick and choose who's going to go on your album?
I'm
just saying because of the politics. We all know about that.
Yeah, so I mean, and that depends on a lot. You know, some of the big names are signed to, you know, big labels, and it might conflict with what they doing, and, you know, can't drop a single when they drop a single. So it's all a chess game right now. But yeah, I do got some big names on there. But right now, you know, I just want everybody to know that although I'm doing solo business and stuff like that, we all are Bone Thugs and Harmony, but we supporting each other more than we ever have on our solo records these days.
Oh, that's amazing. And you also have a clothing line, and I'm just telling you because I'm wearing it right now.
Yes,
he walked through the station. I'm like, listen, I'm rocking Layzie Bone's t-shirt. I love it, yes.
L burning Layzie Bone.
I love it. I'm just going to recommend tank tops for us ladies too.
I got you.
I cut it. I made it real fashionable.
Booty shorts and everything.
Let's all do it, right? Yeah. Where can they go ahead and grab some of your merchandise at?
Well, my website is Harmony House ENT. For those that don't know, my last name is House, spelled HOWSE, and my company is Harmony House. So the website, everything is exclusive through the website right now. It's harmonyhouseent.com. You know, so I got Layzie Wear, which Layzie Wear consists of pajamas.
That's what I was just gonna think right now. Like, I'm thinking Layzie Wear, lounge wear.
Yeah,
you know,
Layzie Wear is my pajamas, which, you know, silk pajamas, everything fly on some Hugh Hefner type vibe. And I got the house shoes to go with it, hence the last name, Mr. House, with the house coat. So, you know, everything that got to do with relaxing, being lazy, laid back, chilling, puffing, you know, and you also can wear these pajamas, out the house. You know what I'm saying? So it's a casual, very, 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 very upscale type of thing. And on top of that, I'm doing leisure, not lingerie, but lingerie for the women.
So tell me what lingerie is about.
Lingerie is a line of lingerie, sexy. You know what I'm saying? Putting my girl in something very, very sexy. What I want to see her in.
So how do you design? Do you pick what you
bra.
like, or does Felicia actually help you with that one?
I pick what I like.
Okay.
Just as everything in our household, she get the last word. You know what I mean? But, yeah,
hey, happy life, happy wife, right?
Happy wife, happy life. That's the truth.
Okay, so let me ask you this. A little birdie told me that you're actually forming a group with Dog Pound.
Yeah.
Can we talk about that and tell everybody exclusively for the first time you're hearing it here? Cece got the Cheeseman. What's the name of the group?
The name of the group is Thug Pound.
Thug
What
Pound.
I'm saying? You gotta give a dog a bone. You give a dog a bone, let him roam, he'll find his way home.
Oh man!
So that's what we doing, man. We just solidified it with Uncle Snoop. Me and Corrupt been talking about it for years. With me and Corrupt, we actually had an apartment in Vegas with no lights on a long time ago when we first hooked up.
Hey, I lived in Vegas, so what was it, Was it Northtown?
Yep.
I already knew it, right?
Know?
I know, it's in Northtown.
Yeah, man, so we was talking about it for a long time. We got Crazy on deck, Snoop on deck, Daz, everybody, Flesh, Wish, Busy. Everybody on deck, man, and we just came off the Puff Puff Pass tour.
Yes, you did.
So that kind of really, really, really solidified it for us. Like something that we really wanted to do. The tour was so successful, man. It's just something that we got to keep going.
Absolutely. I was just gonna say right now that if you go on tour with the Thug Pound, I already know it's gonna sell out.
It just sold out.
Are you serious?
I mean, not the Thug Pound tour, but the tour that we was just on.
Puff Puff Pass sold out everywhere.
All across the country.
I know, but I'm just saying, you and Dog Pound, it's going to sell out too.
We here 24 years later. You know what
Still
I'm saying?
Still
here, still relevant. Like you said, first of the month, still
relevant.
Requested, relevant on the first of the month. And good music is hard to deny. You know what I'm saying? And we stood the test of times through breaking up and making up and, fighting like we fought and being men enough to come back together to keep this thing going, whatever the obstacle was.
Is there going to be like a Bone Thugs movie coming out anytime? Like I've heard whispers, so I'm just kind of asking to clear the air because I think that would be kind of cool if you guys did something like that. But I want to know from your lips.
I really appreciated the NWA biopic, you know what I mean? But they kind of threw us a cold alley-oop when they left that tape on Eazy's deathbed, and he never got a chance to listen to it. So we kind of starting our movie right where their movie left off at, because actually we was the ones with Eazy-E in his last days, you know what I mean? Us, GBM, Black Hole of Watts, Cocaine, Shaky, Dirty Red, all that ruthless family right there. So we was actually with them. So it's kind of a bridge the gap to a continuation. But man, our movie's so real. Yes, we are. To answer your question.
Yes, I'm like,
yes, we
okay,
are.
So we got it.
Yes, we are. And also we got a book coming out as well. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
So we doing a book and a movie at the same time for those who like to sit back and read like I do. Mm-hmm. So, we got the book along with the movie, along with a couple other movies that, I've wrote. Crazy did some writing, different things. We got a movie department within Harmony House Entertainment now.
Well, you're just like a full-fledged businessman.
Oh yeah, I ain't even done. I'm just
you're just getting started, baby.
Now.
Come on.
You know what I mean? Just getting started.
Okay, well, I can't wait for the movie. I say right now, I just put it out there on the radio that when you guys come out with the movie, we do the private screening. It's only right that KDAY does the private screening.
Hey, you know what? We here, man. Y'all been giving us love.
We've never stopped giving you love.
Never, ever, ever. So, it's only right that, one hand wash the other.
Absolutely.
And I'm pretty sure my dogs would agree with me when I say it'd be an honor and a privilege for us to do that like that.
Okay, so before we jump into your single, I Made It, I want to ask you before you dip on out of here, what legacy do you want to leave?
My legacy, man, I just want I just want to be remembered as somebody that was relentless, tireless, you know, completely in love with music, in love with children, in love with, you know, trying to make the world a better place, you know, change the world. Somebody that did something effective that's gonna stand the test of time and, you know, help everybody out, man, and keep this music thing going and keep it strong and keep real music alive.
Oh man, perfect. Well, but listen, I want to jump into it, but I'm such a freaking AD&D. My last question to you: favorite Tupac memory?
Never.
You gotta keep it though. You gotta tell me the real deal. Do not sugarcoat it. I want to hear. Super 100.
I'm gonna keep it real.
Yes.
I remember when Pac first got out. When he first got out of jail, we were staying at the Park La Brea, and found out Pac was staying in there too.
I never even knew Pac stayed at Park La Brea.
Everybody thought that we was gonna clash. You know what I mean? But when Pac pulled up, I never forget, he was in the all-black drop-top 500 SL Benz. And I ran up to him. I said, Pac, where the weed at, man?
Yes!
Hey, he reached up under his seat, pulled out a Philly box, gave me a handful, told us to come up to the room, and we kicked it all night. The next day, I went home to Cleveland, and I bought a ruby red 500 drop-top SL Benz, you know what I mean?
Oh my God.
Ballin'.
Hello.
Yeah,
That part.
1996, I think I was, 22 years old?
Man.
Yeah.
That is so crazy.
Yeah.
Well, listen, much love, success to you. You already know that this is your home, so you can come whenever you want. KDAY loves you. Before we jump into your single, I Made It, go ahead and give your social media handles out so that way everybody can follow you, support you, and they can download that album when it drops.
Right. So, first of all, I'm the new launch of HarmonyHouseENT.com. I got my store on there. It's a great website. You can go find me there, and all my handles is connected to that. So you can follow me on Layzie, LAYZIEBTNH. That's on Twitter. Official Layzie Bone on Facebook, and the real Layzie Bone on Instagram.
There it is right there. Let's go ahead and jump into it right now. I Made It. This is brand new single only here on 935 KDAY.